Guys, Reese here, and I've been wanting to do some vlogs and stuff on some, various topics, and I've been wanting to do this for quite a while, talk about something that's happened during my life, and I've been going through it quite a bit, and I want to try and help you. Before I start, there's going to be quite a few trigger words in this. I will tell you, if you don't want to hear something like this, leave now, because it's very emotional for me, and it's actually very important that I talk about it, and I think I should. So, if you want to know what I'm talking about today, I've got a few other videos, by the way, coming up which are like these, but maybe not as less emotional and everything like that. I am talking about something known as depression and suicide. Now, depression and suicide, if you have been just not knowing this, practically it's suicide is where you kill yourself because of various reasons. It's not a very nice thing to go through, even if you've attempted suicide and it didn't go the way you wanted it, which I hope you got help for that as well. Suicide is not a nice thing. I've contemplated suicide years ago, I have to admit. I actually wanted to kill myself quite quickly. When I was bullied when I was younger, and I just had real big emotional problems. And it's quite dark. I had ideas of hanging myself, cutting, and the general suicide things. And what you need to do is just make sure you talk to people. It's not at all nice, trust me. I know how it feels to go through that, writing a letter to say that I'm worthless and everything. It's a horrible feeling, and I barely survived just because I couldn't bring myself to doing it. And that was only just because I couldn't really bring myself to it, but there has been other people that have gone through bullying and family issues and various things like that, and they've killed themselves because they can't handle anything like that. And it's not nice at all. It's one of the worst feelings in the history of the world, to feel like you're worthless and pathetic, especially when you're being bullied. I wasn't really one of the popular kids back in school, trust me. I was practically a guy who was very nerdy. I loved anime when I was younger. Still love anime, but it's like I just wasn't welcome really. I was a very big nerd, and I wasn't popular at all. I was just completely just out of it, and I was bullied for quite a lot. I had my arm broken one time by a bully that attacked me, which I did get charges set on him. I've had actual fights in the chemistry class because the guy whacked me around the head, and I just kept hitting me over and over again because I couldn't control my emotions. And it's not the nicest feeling at all. I don't like hurt people. I haven't thought of committing suicide at all recently. I've been getting a lot of help for various other things, and I've never really thought of it anymore, so that's a bonus. I recommend, if you really want to I really recommend finding ways of coping, because I've read many articles. My friends actually said that he's contemplated suicide quite a bit because of emotions that he has and just the bullying he gets. It's not nice at all. And it's just horrible. It's just not the nicest feeling in the history of the world. If you can find ways, talk about it. Try and talk about the problems that you're going through. Make sure you. It's the same with depression in that regard. Make sure you try and keep social, keep talking to people, making sure you can try your hardest at doing everything you can, because it's a horrible place to be in, and you want to get out of there as soon as possible before you do something that you'll regret. And trust me, you don't want to do that. I've been there, and I've honestly don't want to go there anymore. My brother, no, my family were quite affected by it. It was not nice. It's just like, and it's just not good at all. Just don't do it, okay? I'm just sorry. Calm myself. It's a bit of an emotional topic to me because I've been through it quite a lot. Just don't care what other people say to you, and if it does really get to you, tell people about it. Make sure you get a good group of people you're with. Don't go out going like just picking someone because you are close to them and they just treat you like crap. Trust me, you don't want that in your life. And yeah, it's not the nicest of things. But moving on to depression. Depression is something I'm still experiencing a little. I've had a really bad situation last year, which just completely destroyed me. I just couldn't do anything. The stress got to me, and it just was horrible feeling. And it's practically, depression is a mental illness. It really is an illness. It's where you can't feel happy, you feel alone, you feel worthless, you feel just horrible. Practically is the best way to say it. You don't want to feel that. And I have experienced it. I've experienced going through. I'm going through depression myself. Practically, I'll tell you my story. Practically, I was sorry. Practically, the start was came into a second year. I was down in the same room that I was in my dorms, and I was in the room, met some people. They seemed nice, but at night they were loud. Understandably, for the first week, that was Freshers' Week, which I went, this is inevitable. It's people being loud, they're being drunkards. Fair enough, and yeah, it's the nicest thing. It's an alright thing during the first week and 2 weeks. It's inevitable. And I went, go have fun, do all that stuff. Then they continued, and continued, and continued. For weeks and weeks on end, not letting me have any sleep at all. They just were kept being louder and louder and louder, trying to just practically drive me insane. And if you know me, I don't act well when I'm tired. I'm just really bad at that. Sorry, fully gone. And I just feel like, and I was exhausted. That didn't help my mental state at all. And be right back. Right off. And I really needed to sort this out. I've been calling security over and over again. It just got too much to me, where I just went out into the kitchen and just started shouting at people. They just even threatened to hit someone. because of it, and it's not nice. I hate hurting someone. I don't want to hurt someone in my anger, and it's just, I get angry. I have real big anger issues, I have to admit, especially playing video games, and if I ever played a rage game, you know. But especially team games as well, I just rage so much. Other than Robocraft, but distractions in motion. And practically, I went from friend to hit someone, didn't hit them, and I just ran off. Security was called, and I had burst out in tears in front of him. It wasn't a nice feeling at all, and I just completely just bawled out at him, and I was just not hitting him or anything. I was like crying and just emotional, and I couldn't talk to that girl because my emotions would flare up. I just asked the security guard to apologise for me, and I was moved to another room, which was a much better room, to be honest, because they weren't as loud. To be honest, nowadays it's quite quiet, and there's some incidents during the day, but not really very loud at evening. Except one night that we had, but that's not too bad. And last year it just kept eating at me, and stress with work and just everything just got up to me, and I just felt horrible. Tiredness didn't help as well, and when you feel horrible like that, it's hard to get out of it. And I just looked at my computer screen, just looking at the work that I need to do, and just went, what do I do? I don't know anything. My health just went downhill. It just practically, everything went downhill after that. And I struggled to get out of it. I bawled in front of my mentor. I practically broke down in front of my mentor and one of my lecturers, because I just didn't feel right. I was just horrible. Sorry, really. And depression is a horrible thing to go through. It makes you feel worthless. It makes you feel just not nice. And you need people to talk to. It's seriously, if that, or write it down or do stuff about it, because if you can't get out of that stage, then it may lead to suicide, which is not a nice thing either. And I really recommend you don't go down that path. Get counselling as soon as possible. Find ways to cope. Do loads of things you can, and just try your hardest. I really struggled last year, and I'm alright this year, but I've had moments where I've just done like that. Practically, I just can't do anything, and it's still there. It's affecting me, but I'm trying my hardest to break free from it. And it's affected my grades and my family and my mentor and my lecturers and just people around me in general. I just feel bad about it. I'm just being honest about it, because I haven't really talked about depression and stuff before, and it's an important thing for me to talk about, because I've been through it and I don't want other people to go through it. If you need any help, I am free on Twitter to be messaged at any time to try and help as much as I can. I'm no counsellor, and I have no idea on how to help specific people that can't do it or anything, and it's one of those things, but I'll try my hardest, because I've been doing it for someone else for quite a bit, and it's not nice at all going through it myself. I recommend, if you really need help, go to a counsellor, seriously, or a doctor, or talk to your closest friends and family. I really recommend it, because they will help you through it. They're still helping me through mine, and I thank them for it. it's really helping me. I've had a change in emotions quite recently. However, I still have my quite bad anger issues. If something makes me mad, I get really mad, and it's not easy getting through that. I've tried learning how to calm myself, but it's not easy at all, and I apologise to all my friends because of it. I'm not good with that kind of thing. And yeah, what I would say is do not contemplate suicide and get help as much as you can, because there are suicide helplines and depression helplines. You seriously should look them up. They will really help you if you can. And I think I should end it here. Just, if you do suffer from it, try and talk to anyone you can, anyone that will help you, and if you need it, I'm here for you, because I've gone through what you're going through, and I still am. So please keep safe, everyone. Thank you for listening for this video, and if you know anyone that's depressive or is contemplating suicide, please help them as much as you can, because I don't want other people to go down that route, and it just really hurts me to see people contemplating it, where I know people that have. I know someone that's going through a real big depression phase online. I've been talking to him quite a bit, and it's really hard to try and help him anymore, because he's gone really far, and I've told him to do as much as he can, but I can't do much. I won't name names because protection. And again, please just check them out, help them, go to doctors or counselling if need be. I can't emphasise this enough. It will help, and trust me. Anyway, I better get going. Keep safe, everyone.